I can get all your attention, please. Thank you. First of all, I'm Steve Fullendorf. I'm the CEO of the Taos County Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to bring up our Dr. Kate O'Neill, who is the Executive Director at UNM Taos.
Thank you, Steve. And I'd like to invite our panel to come up here. We've got Dean Jim Gilroy, who's going to be joining us from UNM Taos, Fidel Torres, who's our advisor, and Luis Moya, who is our campus development director. I want to, first of all, say that I'm excited to see you all. Thank you for inviting us to be here for this panel. And as we went around and said who is here, it's really great to get a sense of who's here for this conversation, basically about train local, hire local. As the local branch community college, obviously we have a great investment in workforce development and in the development of career pathways with the area high schools and in the success of our local entrepreneurs. So with that, I want to just really underscore the importance of our work with the Taos Chamber, with the Taos Business and Economic Collaborative, which we are revising and revitalizing right now. And we want to just acknowledge that one of the things that's really exciting about being a branch community college is that we're small enough that we can interact with the local businesses and the local community so that we can be as responsive as possible to your needs. With that, I want to turn this over to Mr. Moya, who is going to share with you an exciting new initiative that we have. It's the Taos Alumni Association, UNM Taos Alumni Association, but it's anyone who has taken a course. So not just folks who've gotten a certificate or a degree there. And we're very excited. He's relatively new in this position. We're very excited to welcome him. And so I'll turn it over to Mr. Moya.
Them out. It just gives a little bit more information about this particular initiative that I will be discussing today. And I will be just talking very briefly. I apologize. I might have to leave a little bit early. I have committed myself to doing this a mentorship with a local community organization called MEN, which I think actually serves as a good example of a lot of the things that are going on in our community right now, which is, you know, we all have this common mission and ideal to improve the community from a workforce perspective and, you know, just from a general community perspective. But I think one of the things that Terry said was important about acknowledging how the jobs are created. Jobs are almost created one at a time. You know, we would hope that some type of economic entity or engine would create a bunch of jobs, but the truth is I think that we develop jobs by the person. And I think that's one of the things that one of the messages we want to send is when people are trying to determine how to proceed, when they want to develop professionally, economically, they try to look for some type of beacon. And hopefully that's what UNM Taos serves in this community as kind of a hub. And I think my colleagues will discuss more in detail some of the ways that UNM Taos serves the community. But, you know, I think that's the heartening thing to see today, the level of networking communication that's going on and that needs to go on and continue to go on and expand to address a lot of these issues. But I've diverged a little bit. So I'm the development director, and oftentimes when I tell people that, they kind of look at me, well, what does that mean? It means I do like traditional fundraising as well as other developmental activities to try to bring resources into the university. And one of the things I've started this position about 4 months ago, and one of the things that I wanted to do that I noticed that we really didn't have in this community and at UNM Taos was an alumni association. And as many of you know, we do have an alumni association for the greater university, but a lot of the departments and schools and programs at main campus do have their own specific alumni associations. And I felt, considering how unique the community is here and the special needs that we have, that we should definitely start an alumni association to serve our former, current, and hopefully prospective students, as well as to integrate with the community. So that's one of the initiatives I wanted to start, and this is the first year that we're doing it, and I anticipate a strong recruitment this year. But one of the things in starting an organization like this, which I feel is important because as we look towards development of the institution 5, 10, 15 years down the road, part of this consideration of expansion is that we should really cultivate our relationship and our identity as an institution and as a producer of professionals. And from a student perspective, I took classes at UNM Taos many years ago. I transferred to main campus, and I went on to receive my law degree. But it was so important for me to have this experience in Taos and be able to develop a relationship with the professors that I took classes with, because the community college serves such an important function here. It serves constituency, a demographic of students that wouldn't normally be served. We're the only educational institution within 50 miles. And, some people are not geared to go into a traditional four-year university, and some that are need developmental coursework, and this is a good environment to do this. And in addition to that, UNM Taos offers so many other benefits to the community. A lot of the programs we support, programs and events. So people develop a relationship with UNM Taos, whether or not they've gone there to receive a degree or a certificate. When you go to a UNM-sponsored event, you become part of the institution. And so we, as the new Alumni Association, feel that our membership criteria should reflect that. If you've taken a class and you've enjoyed it, you're an alum of UNM Taos. And so our membership is open to that. But again, one of the things in starting an organization like this, it's important to attract membership. And we want to develop a battery of benefits and economic incentives to do that. And part of one of those is asking our local community businesses and business owners to consider partnership. And what that means really is it can be something as simple as offering like an economic discount or a benefit to our membership, 10% off. And we've already partnered with a number of businesses in the community. A lot of businesses have stepped up. Well, some of you are in the room today: High Country Real Estate, People's Bank, Taos Mountain Outfitters, Good Soul, Greystone Furniture, Hawk Mechanical. There's just been a bunch of businesses that have stepped forward and said, we want to support this initiative. And I can say, one of the benefits from doing that is, you'll get an increased and focused marketing initiative that's directed towards our membership, and that's valuable. But aside from that, which would include advertising on our website and advertising in our quarterly newsletters. But aside from that, it's a way for local community businesses to support the Alumni Association and the greater college without having to make much of a commitment. So I think that's a really good way, and hopefully, as you get some of this information, if you have any questions, I'd love to work with people, even if they have ideas how we can do a partnership or an endorsement that's not outlined in some of the materials I presented. But so basically today, I just wanted to basically announce that we're starting this initiative, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're all here, and hopefully this will lead us to look more towards how we expand and consider our relationship in the community as an institution.
Thank you.